Hello and welcome to the Southeast Iowa Union News Break. I'm your host, Nick Steffens. Getting into today's top stories, the Washington Chamber of Commerce will hold its candidate forum in an unconventional location this election season, using the venue at Lebowski's Rock and Bowl in Washington on Tuesday, November 1st, exactly 1 week before Election Day. The first half of the event is a more traditional candidate forum, putting the candidates in contested campaigns on a stage to answer questions from a moderator. Those races are for State Senate District 46 between Senators Don Driscoll and Kevin Kinney, and for State House District 92 between candidates Heather Hora and Eileen Barron. The forum portion will be broadcast live, not only by radio station KCII, but in a video form for the first time via the Washington Live Facebook page and YouTube channel. So on that day, you'll be able to find it wherever you are watching this. After the forum, from 5 to 6 p.m., Lebowski's will host a more casual candidate mixer where community members enjoy refreshments and talk one-on-one with state and local candidates. Those interested can email questions for the candidate forum to michelle@washingtoniowa.org by Tuesday, October 25th. Looking at Mount Pleasant now, who is also hosting a candidate forum. The Mount Pleasant Area Chamber Alliance will host a candidate forum Tuesday, October 18th from 6:30 to 8 p.m. at Iowa Wesleyan University Social Hall. The forum will feature candidates running for Henry County offices, Iowa State Representative District 87, Iowa State Representative District 95, Iowa State Senate District 44, and United States Representative District 1. Many Henry County candidates are running uncontested. These include County Board of Supervisors Republican Mark Lindeen, County Attorney Republican Darren R. Stater, and County Treasurer and Finance Officer Republican Kelly Sloan. District 87 candidates, including District 82 Representative and Republican candidate Jeff Shipley and Democratic candidate Mike Heaton. Currently, Republican Taylor Collins runs unopposed for District 95. Republican Adrian Dickey also runs unopposed for Iowa State Senate District 44. Incumbent Republican Marionette Miller Meeks runs against Democratic candidate Christina Bohannon for United States Representative District 1. The Washington Community Theater will debut its performance of All Because of Agatha Friday, October 14th, just in time for the Halloween season. The comedy features a young couple that moves to a home in Salem, Massachusetts, even after their real estate agent informs them of its annual haunting by a witch named Agatha Forbes, who died on the same ground. Director Lynn Lola said that the cast and crew had 6 weeks of rehearsals to prepare, along with 4 Saturdays spent building the set. The show has all sorts of challenges for the performers, including a variety of supernatural effects and a spell cast by Agatha that reverses many other characters' personalities. Despite the quick turnaround from auditions to opening night, Lola said that she was excited about the show. Tickets cost $12 for adults and $6 for students up through high school. The show runs at 7:30 p.m. October 14th, 15th, 21st, and 22nd, and at 2:30 October 23rd at the Washington Community Theater. Lynn Lula and Brandy Gillespie were on Washington Live on Monday. I highly encourage you to go back and watch that on wherever you're watching this. There's a lot of good info about the show on there. This Saturday, East Grove Farms and the Bell Rangers will host Bumbleberry Jam in Salem. Beginning at 5 p.m. at East Grove Farms, an evening of music, food, drink, and camping will begin. Entrance to the event is $10, but kids are welcome free of charge. Camping is also available for free. The Nearly Great Horned Owls will perform at 5 p.m. Whiskey Friends will follow at 5:30 p.m. At 7 p.m., Eric Pettit Lion will perform on the indoor stage with Katie Bella and the Bell Rangers at 8:30 p.m. East Grove will serve craft mead, Sinful Smokers will sell barbecue, and The Grange will serve craft beer. Bumbleberry Jam will serve bumbleberry mead, elderberry sunsets, cornbinder lager, and hay wrap porter on tap. Quite a tongue twister for all those names. And Rolling Rock in bottles, Busch Light, Budweiser, and Bud Light in cans will also be available. That was the top stories. It is now time for obituaries. Dorothy Irene Menke, formerly of West Point, passed away on May 13th. Schmidt's Funeral Home is in charge of the arrangements. Pamela Sue Elder Morrison of Mount Pleasant passed away on October 8th at the age of 67. A memorial service will be held at 2 p.m. October 22nd at Elliott Chapel in New London. Sharon K. Harper of Mount Pleasant passed away on October 10th at the age of 74. A graveside service will be held at 1 p.m. October 14th at the Burge Cemetery in New London. We're going to take a brief break, and when we come back, we'll have the weather and sports.
Federation Bank is a locally owned bank providing award-winning customer service.
We believe that we are more than just a federation of banks, but a federation of communities, serving Brighton, Richland, Wellman, and Washington, Iowa. Federation Bank's highly skilled staff is here to make sure you are able to accomplish your personal and professional goals, whatever they may be. Federation Bank, your family bank.
Since 1905, Kelowna Cooperative Technology Company has helped our community stay connected with the latest advancements in clear, dependable telecommunications services. KCTC provides rural Iowans with access to high-speed fiber internet, as well as phone, television, computer repair, and cybersecurity solutions. We're also proud supporters of local organizations and area schools within the community. KCTC, keeping Kelowna connected.
Hello and welcome back to the Southeast Iowa Union News Break. I'm your host, Nick Steffens. We have some news about the Southeast Conference Volleyball Tournament coming up, but first, the weather.
The weather is brought to you by Jacqueline Ariola, LLC.
Come visit Jackie in her new location downtown. She is ready to serve Washington and the surrounding community. We had a dreary start to our day, but the sun has began to poke out from behind the clouds. The high today is 71 and the low is 42. Tomorrow will be a chilly fall day with a high of 59 and be windy with speeds up to 22 miles an hour. Friday will be nicer with mostly sunny skies and a high of 62. And looking at the weekend, it will be 67 and partly cloudy on Saturday. And on Sunday, it will be partly cloudy again, but cooler with a high of 61. That was the weather. It is now time for sports.
Sports, brought to you by Fairway.
The Fairfield volleyball team came into day 2 of the Southeast Conference Volleyball Tournament with the championship on their mind, and the Trojans didn't leave Fort Madison High School without one. The Trojans went 2-0 on the last day of play. Fairfield got off to a red hot start by beating Mount Pleasant 25-9 in the first set and then 25-10 in the second set in the first game. Then a thrilling 3-set win over co-favorite Burlington to win the SEC tournament and collect the school's first championship since 2018. Mount Pleasant came into the day 1-1 with hopes of notching a third straight conference tournament, but those hopes were upended in the first match of the day. After beating Fort Madison 25-23 in the opening set, Mount Pleasant looked good to start the second, but Fort Madison stole the second set 25-23 and then won the third 15-12. A Burlington win over Keokuk on the other court knocked the Panthers out of contention, and when the dust settled, Mount Pleasant finished the tournament in 6th. The Demons had an electric start to the day, beating Fort Madison 25-17 and 25-19 to scoop up a win after three-set losses on day 1. Later in the day, Washington ousted Mount Pleasant, winning the first set 25-16 and grinding out a 25-21 win in the second. All three teams will now look toward postseason play, which begins next week. On Monday, Washington will play at Mid-Prairie in Fairfield with host Tipton in the Class 3A Region 8 quarterfinals, and Mount Pleasant will visit Burlington on Tuesday in the Class 4A Region 8 quarterfinals. That is the news for Southeast Iowa. I've been your host, Nick Steffens. This is the Southeast Iowa Union News Break, and I will see you next time.